HORRIFY. FROSTY Sophie Wessex throws tantrum at Meghan declaring hate her gut at royal event. Meghan Markle attended the Commonwealth Day Service in March 2020 as her final royal engagement, and a body language expert has suggested that she might have fallen out with another royal. Meghan Markle and Sophie Wessex showed body language signals they were not on the best terms during the Duchess' final royal engagement, an expert has claimed. Alongside her husband Prince Harry, the couple announced their decision to step back from royal duties at the start of 2020 and attended the Commonwealth Day Service a few weeks later in March as their final public engagement. At the time, a lip reader spotted Prince William making a cryptic comment to his wife Kate Middleton before addressing his brother. Now, Jesus Enrique Rosas, who calls himself the body language guy on YouTube, has examined footage of the day and spotted a supposedly frosty exchange between Meghan and Sophie, Duchess of Wessex. While sitting in Westminster Abbey, Jesus observed that Sophie looked at Meghan without blinking for a couple of seconds, when Meghan averted her gaze instead of smiling back. The royals arrived in order of succession to the service. Prince Edward and Sophie were first, followed by Meghan and Harry. These four sat on the second row and waited patiently for the other royals to arrive. Prince William and Kate Middleton were seated next on the front row, and they were shortly joined by Prince Charles and Camilla Parker Bowles, before the Queen took the final seat. As each couple arrived, they greeted the others and made small talk while waiting. Prince Edward turned to Meghan and Harry and made light conversation, at times they even engaged in laughter together. Sophie, on the other hand, made no effort to lean in and interact with the Sussexes. Instead, she sat looking in the opposite direction until Kate and William sat down. Prince Edward then leant forward to speak to his nephew, before the Countess of Wessex then interacted for the first time to talk to Kate. The Earl of Wessex then returned to speaking to Meghan while Sophie and Kate smiled and laughed together. The six then settled into their seats and waited, but one interesting moment caught on camera was between Sophie and Meghan. Meghan turned her head to look in the same direction Sophie was. Sophie then turned her head in Meghan's direction and Meghan quickly averted her gaze down before turning to Harry on her right-hand side. The Countess then looked down and started fiddling with the back of her hair and hat. Meghan knew that Sophie did not like her at all, and that's why she focused on chatting with Edward, Jesus speculated. If there had been any kind of empathy or willingness to interact, Meghan would have acknowledged Sophie's gaze in any way. But that doesn't happen here. Meghan looks away instantly. She was not expecting Sophie to turn around at that moment. He then claimed, both Sophie and Meghan's attitude, analyzed step by step, is the way that we can confirm that they were not on the best terms at that moment. Examining the event further, Jesus pointed out a reportedly notable moment later on when the royals were leaving their seats for the procession out of the Abbey. Despite being on the row with Sophie and Edward, Meghan could be seen to cut into the row of chairs in front, bringing her closer to Harry. Jesus suggested that this hadn't been down to the need to stay in a specific order while exiting, as the Wessexes would have waited for Meghan to pass to ensure she and Harry were able to follow William and Kate. The only reason left for this is that Meghan simply didn't want to get anywhere near Sophie. That's a common attitude when you don't like someone, or you are afraid of someone, he claimed. Since leaving the royal family, Meghan and Harry have not returned to visit the UK together after relations with the rest of the family reportedly became strained. And, ahead of the Queen's Jubilee later on this year, royal author Omid Scobie has claimed that the Sussexes' attendance would be essential for the royal institution to move on from the infamous Oprah Winfrey interview.